Good morning, welcome to Furry and Spoilt. I want to talk to you today about calming your dogs down by talking to them. Here's little Harry having a sleep. We'll have a sit down and have a chat while we watch Harry sleep. It's about as interesting as he gets around here, I'm afraid. After they've had their walk, this is what they do, they sleep. I talk a lot about energy in my videos, and without question, that works. I don't doubt this for 1 minute. Talking to your dogs and explaining things to them, again, it comes down to energy. So as long as you're explaining the thing to them in the calm manner, then that energy is going to go across to them. And you might look a bit crazy when you're doing this, and you might even feel a bit crazy when you're doing this, but I can only go on the experience that I've had, and I have always found it to work. And I'll just give you an example. So yesterday, our next door neighbours are moving out, and yesterday was quite noisy. A lot of big furniture was being moved. There was a lot of men and trucks and all that sort of stuff. And my dogs were getting quite agitated about it, and they couldn't see any of it because it was happening over the fence. So they were getting quite agitated about it. They kept going to the back door, and they weren't really settling. They were wondering what it was. So what I did was I sat them both down and I just explained to them very calmly that Barbara next door was moving out, and that her furniture had to be moved to her new house, and that the men that were making the noise were just taking it and putting it in the van, and it was noisy because the furniture was big. And I was explaining it all to her, all the details that they don't understand, but I was just explaining the whole situation to them in a nice calm manner. And after that they just settled down, and I was saying to them, you don't need to worry, it's just house moving, and house moving can be noisy, but there's nothing to worry about, nothing's going to hurt you. It's just the furniture being moved, and then Barbara will go off to her nice new house. And I know that sounds crazy, and I'm sure it looked crazy I was on my own, but I'm sure it looked crazy if anybody had seen me. But the boys completely got it. They obviously they don't understand the concept of it, but they knew that whatever it wasn't something to be worried about, because I had a nice calm energy, nice calm tone, and there wasn't anything to be worried about. And so they just both settled down straight away after our little chat, went to sleep, and that was the end of that. And different times I've used it, like when we moved house a couple of years ago, and it was stressful. As hard as I tried excuse me, to keep that calm, it got stressful. And I just kept talking to them through the whole process, like explaining why we were packing things up. If I was packing a cupboard up and they were there with me, I'd explain to them I was putting this stuff in the box, and then we were going to our nice new house, and just kept explaining things to them all the time. And it just reassures them. And it's the same with basically I find it's things that make a noise that they don't know what it is, and so just explaining that it's just okay, it's just so and so drilling, or it's just this, or whatever the noise is, it's generally not in your house. Just explaining to them what it is. If there is some noise in your house, then just take them to the noise, show them what's happening, explain it to them. And as long as your tone is calm and relaxed, don't do it. If you're stressed out your brains, don't do it, because that's not going to work at all. But if you're nice and calm and relaxed, then it really, really does work. And obviously they don't understand the words, they don't get the concept at all, but they absolutely get the energy of what you're talking about. And I do this other thing with them, and every evening when they it's time to go to bed, and I'm saying goodnight to them, I always tell them that they've been a good, even if I'm lying, even if they haven't been that good, but I always say to them, oh, you've been such a good boy today. And they know exactly what that means. And it means I'm saying to them, and you've really been a good boy today, and haven't you? And we went to here, didn't we? And you were such a good boy when we went there, and we saw so and so, and weren't you a good boy when we saw them? And I just do all of that, and there's no way you can be saying that to a dog and not have a nice energy about it. And it's nice and relaxed, and they know exactly, they know you're telling them that they've been a good boy, and that's proven, that's scientifically proven. If you tell a dog he's a good boy or girl, good stuff happens in their brain. And I do that every night to them, just to end the day like that. And you see them, they love it. They just really, really love it. And I do it to them all the time, just tell them what's happening. Sometimes I use it as an excited thing, like I obviously can't say words like that now, but if we're going out for a WALK, I get excited and a little bit like we're going out, and then they all tails are wagging. If we're going to go to I can't say any of the words because they know them, but you know, the place where you shop and it sells dog products, that place, you know, I'll tell them in the morning, oh, we're going there today, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to do this and we're going to do that, and they know those, what they know, if I say that particular shop name, exactly what's happening and where we're going. And so not always just to calm them down. Sometimes it is just to tell them what we're doing, and they get quite excited about that. Or, you know, I'll say, you know, we're going in CAR, and they will, you know, they know that means, oh, we're going somewhere, you know, different, and they know the words, and it doesn't always have to be calm. It's just telling them what you're doing, and sometimes it can be used for nice, exciting things. But the point where should we flip to another sleeping dog? Oh, we got another one here. But the time I find it the absolute of most benefit is when I'm trying to calm a dog down. It just reassures them and really calms them down. And it seems so simple and slightly crazy, but just tell them, just talk to them, tell them what's going on. Just keep them informed. If you're getting a new baby, if you're getting a new dog, if you're getting a new this, if one of your dogs is like, if one of your dogs is ill, tell the other dog about it. Explain. Sit down with the ill dog, and your other dog, if you've got other dogs, and explain what's happening, and just talk to them. And like I said, it's not that they understand the words, but it's just the energy that you're giving off. It's really, really effective. I would love to know if you try this and if it works, because I'm sure it will, because it's always worked for me. I'd love to know if you try it, and you know, please let me know if you do and what situation you tried it in and how your dogs reacted. I'd really, really love to hear from you about that. So as always, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, Furry and Spoilt, hashtag Furry and Spoilt, which as always I keep forgetting to use, but please don't forget, I'm going to really try. Why should you try if I don't try? I'd really love to see your dogs on there. And that's everything for today. So this is little Albert. Had his walk this morning. He had a particularly good walk this morning because we must have seen about 10, I can't say the word, but C-A-T-S, must have seen about 10 of them. Every corner we turned around, there was another one. We had to keep turning our direction of our walk, so if we were planning to go one way to get to the field, we'd have to turn around and go the other way, and we must have done it about 10 times. So for him, that's a particularly good walk. And he's 9 now, so he's getting on a bit. But we walk a bit, we rest a bit, and we sit and watch the world for a bit, and then we walk a bit and rest a bit, and we go like that. And that's him conked out now till lunchtime. And then we've got Pickle Boy over here, out cold as well. He doesn't chase the CATS. He's a good boy. Not that Albert isn't a good boy, he's a gorgeous boy, he just enjoys life. So does Harry. Anyway, so that's him fast asleep as well. Right, so that's it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that you have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.